following ogambye bagendo abazannya ku tournament eno beebazannyi abazannya amawanga ag'enjawulo bazannye East Africa bazannye Africa bazannye buli wamu kati simanyi kikyolinza okusiba omulundi guno eno nga tolabe kumanya eno kubanga buli wamu batambuddewo ne bagamba nti no mawanga agaabwe mu nsi eyaabwe abajja babeere nga bateekawo ekyenjawulo Shewa Lodge Bar and Restaurant ne tugamba agenda kubeera nga hostinga tournament eno essaawa eno eyatandise ku makya ssaawa 2 paka ssaawa 2 tuli ku round of the finals essaawa eno tunoonya ani ow'okusatu ani ow'okuna ani asoose ani ow'okubiri essaawa Yahaya yasembiyo okubeera ng'akola ki akwata abanga ayitako okubeera nga atakinga opponent we oba competitor we bamusisiza essaawa eno bazanya round on the final ate nga azanya international tulabe oba Siza akwata ekyakubiri oba akwata kisooka abagagga bwe bali mu kizimbe bwe balinye okubeera nga mutusapotinga bagiise Shewa Lodge Bar and Restaurant wali eno wenyininyininyine beera ng'onyumira omuzannyo gwonna ogwa pooltebo beera ng'onyumira omuzannyo gwonna ogw'omupiira oba tugambe nti wandika ekitegeeza Petro nazana bweziri mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala we see the runners-up mu kifo ekyokusatu oba ekyokuna ate nga fayina zigenda mu maaso wali eri Siza Yahaya Siza agenze mu maaso okutuuka ku finals ng'abadde nga akubye kirama goals zibadde 9-0 oba internoti ate nga zibadde goals 9 okuva ewa Yahaya goals 8 okutuuka okubeera nga ali ku final bamuyise Yahaya ne Siza onto the finals right now. Gol emusiza, gol emusiza, gol emusiza, yinaya kuletesa nalika kubeera nga tukola ki? Ani asinga, ani n'atamegwa, ani agenda okubeera nga asinga 2026 Sure National wanino kumbuteko esooka era ennyininyini twetaaga agenda okubeera ng'akwata ekifo ekyokuna n'ekifo ekyokusatu. Maneja wange akoza kuwangula gundi yange.
Microphone check.
Circles Billy Caesar O'Neill Yahya. Circles Billy Caesar Yahya O'Neill. Tena inokutwa committee computer bagenda maaso n'okubiikana kimala okubeera nga ani agenda okubeera nga atwala ekifo ekyokusatu oba ekyokuna ate nga portable eri right yegenda okubeera nga esalawo ani n'antameddwa ani agenda okubeera nga atwala emitwalo ekinaana emitwalo 5 olunaku olwaleero okuntebe eno okuli asalawo ani agenda okubeera nga atwala emitwalo 2 emitwalo 10 ewamu emitwalo 3 ani agenda okubeera nga agitwala Sure Lounge Bar and Restaurant olunaku olwaleero Sisa wuri iyakaya baganya baganiza ekisingayo kyonna olunaku olwaleero yenna abeera akyetaaze.
Very good evening, everyone. For the last time, at least today, a good evening to you, Africa. Please give me a thumbs up. Better still, like the video if the audio is reaching you as clear as the video. Now, once again, Africa, this one will be the last match. It will be the 16th and very last. The 15th is as well underway. Our third place match is between Simon Nebola, the computer. He's racing to 5 against David Kilama, the aquatic. That one is at 3 frames to 1 with Simon leading, but that is not the main issue of the day. The main one is this, the final of a 16-man comp that has been played for the last 10 hours. And this one is the 11th and final hour. Like I had anticipated that the final shall be played at about 10 p.m. East African time. It indeed started at 10 p.m. on the dot. We have youngster Yahya Mpindi at 16 taking on 24-year-old Cesar Chandigarh, with the two racing to 9 for the chance to be called champion of today's 16-man comp here at Sure Lounge, with Cesar leading by 2 frames to 1, with him having a chance to win a third out of 4 as it draws white backwards close to black, which black he will want to roll into the corner pocket at the top left of the screen to record what will be a third, but with 1 visit of the table. Black is sunk, the Scorpion stings, Caesar 3 and Yahya 1.
Tuli kuba top 4 right now. Top 4 right now. We are taking over Portugal. Sorry, Tanzania. Wani Tanzania. Akuta eky'okusatu ekyokuna baliko
a live streaming of this match is from Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube, presenting to you commentary for the YouTube stream, and the Facebook stream has Mchuzi in the commentary box. Will be Yahya going for what will be his second in what is already, in my opinion, the biggest night of his life. He has taken 2 players down, those he doesn't have any right even trying to beat. The boy that you're looking at, I'm calling him a boy because he's not yet 18, he's still 17, is the reason as to why Ian Casby is out of the competition, and he is the reason as to why Simon Nobola, the computer, is not in the final. He even asked me momentarily ago about what the race is. I am thinking he knew that it was always a race to 9, but he wants to know, maybe he wants a longer race because of the fact that he's down, such that he can have a very good fighting chance. Now look at the position of Black, and Black is now in some kind of space. 1 split second, unfinishable game. The next split second, the Black is finishable, the frame is finishable. I'm saying finishable because now almost all of the reds are in space, and that Black, by the way, can go in off 1 yellow and in between another yellow and the jaw. Clearly that is what Caesar will be having in mind. He is trying to win the 5th comp locally this year, but what will be the 6th overall? Locally, only 1 player has won more comps than him, that is Ibra Sejemba. In a year that is so far good for Caesar, just that he has set up very high standards, that even winning 4 comps out of 9 is seen as a poor performance from the Scorpion. By the way, the 5th comp that he has won is international in nature. The guy that you are watching is the African Heibo Open, the comp that he won in Harare in Zimbabwe just about 4 weeks ago, the comp that came with $10,000. This one he wants to win for a number of reasons, of course, to boost his morale, to boost his confidence, to get the money that comes with the victory. That is $250. It is little money, but quite critically to prepare himself for the Nigeria tour that is coming up with him as one of the stars of the show, and should be setting off for Lagos in Nigeria sometime this coming week. He will be putting the last red on the table to the center pocket left. All he needs is sight of the Black, which can go in off 1 of the yellows in between another yellow and the jaw. The Scorpion has got himself snookered. All he needed was sight of the Black. He does find the Black and puts it anyway in the luckiest shot of the day. But you, at the end of the day, can give him a little credit for finding the Black off the cushion, but going into the center pocket left was more of luck than genius. The score is Caesar 4 and Yahya 1.
Agenda kubeera Caesar oba agenda kubeera Yahya. Agenda kubeera ani? Agenda kubeera ani? Ajja kubeera Yahya oba Caesar. Agenda kubeera Yahya oba Caesar. Agenda kubeera omuntu omu. Agenda kubeera atwala emitwalo 8 mweddu, emitwalo 5 lwanaza oba akuta ekifo ekyokubiri, yagenda okubeera atwala emitwalo 5. Asooka emitwalo 8 wano mweddu. Ate ng'abali ku TikTok yaffe webalino twegisole tukoye support olunaku olwaleero. Mwebale abatuwadde obudde okufenna opaka tetugenda okubeera nga tukomenkereza ani agenda okubeera nga twala ekyokusatu n'ekyokusatu n'ekyokuna. Computer akulembedde goals ziri 2. Goals ziri 2. Ate nga Kirama akulembedde goals 2, ate nga era bamukulembedde goals 4. Nakulembedde naye ate nga bamukulembedde goals 4 oba points Yeah.
A very good evening, Moses Omara.
Yes, Peter, thank you so much.
Where do you see this final going?
I'm seeing this final is going to be just one-way final.
One-way traffic.
Yeah, one-way traffic.
Of the three youngsters, that is Asiku and Herbert and Yahya. It is Yahya who has never beaten Caesar. I was thinking that maybe the fact that they are facing off in the final, maybe, and the youngster is having his best pull of his life. He's the one that has beaten Ian. He has beaten Computer. I thought he will give Caesar a better fight than what we are seeing so far.
Yeah, first of all, I have to appreciate the guy because if you to see today, he has managed, by the way, so many big players. He eliminated Ian, eliminated Computer. He fought so hard, and I think again Caesar. I don't know what is happening, but I'm sure he's going to catch up. I'm pretty sure he's going to bring up his game.
All right.
Trust me.
That is one of the better players in the country. Seed number, is it 11 or something?
10.
Seed number 10 of Uganda, Moses Omara. But it's a long time since you last won a composite. I think since Mukono.
Yeah. Mukono, was it Mukono? Yeah, I think Mukono.
Mukono, you beat that guy who is playing in the final.
It was Mukono. Of course, I will bounce back soon. That's what I know.
That is Moses Omara, one of the players in the competition. He lost out in the first round. Now only watching the final. He will not tell you, but I know that he will be supporting Caesar. The guy whom Moses follows as a source of inspiration is the guy that is extending the lead in the final. It is Chandiga Caesar 5 and Yahya Mpindi 1. And in the meantime, the third place match, that is the rest of 5 between Simon Nobola, the Computer, and David Kilama, is at 4 frames to 2. Simon leading once again. That one is a rest of 5. And thank you for watching. The Omotaka, you say Omara is a liver, he will get you where? Chiwanuka Joseph, you say he's afraid of the scorpion. Guys, I don't think Yahya is afraid. It's just that he's so far being outplayed. These things happen. You need to one day play competition and face Caesar in the final, then you know what Yahya is up to. But the match is not yet done. Made next though, you say the guy is so solid. Perhaps you are speaking about Caesar. Great joy. You say the boy is afraid of the scorpion. Not really, by the way. This must be about the 5th time that I'm streaming a match between the two. The earlier 4 were in earlier rounds. All of them won by Caesar. But I remember one particular one that went to a decider. A rest of 5 it was. It was 4-4 at one time, and then Caesar broke and finished in the decider. That is the closest that Yahya has gotten close to the scorpion. He's now not close enough. He's down by 4 frames and the race is 9. And he has to be very careful because Caesar can mean to be a bully to his opponent. And I'm saying opponents. That includes David Kilama, who was defeated by 9 frames to 0 in the semi-final. Hopefully Yahya can get this one down. Hopefully he can pull one back. Hopefully he can reinstill hope and confidence. This one, if he does win it, is not just a frame to win. It is more importantly a morale booster to the 17-year-old new signing of Scrap Buyers Pool Club in the Ugandan League, who has the yellow close to black to put to the corner pocket at the top left. He's playing the cue ball so well. Its movement seemed to be hampered by the position of Caesar's red. He may have to draw white now backwards with right English. He goes for the bank. It was the only efficient way in which to get white for the last yellow on the table. And Yahya consequently misses a critical ball against exactly the wrong opponent, the unforgiving Caesar. Again, Caesar seems to have been a little too lucky there. He will have to play both reds to the same corner pocket. Backspin moves white backwards. And the red close to white will be played last. Little shots that putting the Scorpion closer and closer and closer to one important victory, not just in terms of getting money, but just a confidence booster ahead of the Lagos tour that is coming up next week. Shall be speaking about that one later. For now, how can Yahya utilize this opportunity given? Going for defense, going for safety, safe enough. If Caesar doesn't come off the cushion, if he doesn't find the red, he knows he will lose the frame. And even the angle is look at, he's having left English on the cue ball as he comes off the cushion. He seems to be finding the red. He doesn't, he finds the red, but White finds the pocket, and the Scorpion concedes the frame. The unknown pulls one back, courtesy of a technical snooker that saw Caesar foul and conceding in the process. Yahya 2 and Caesar 5.
asobola okubasiza n'amugye bugoozi 5 n'amuwangula oliwadde okuleeta ssente zo wano ensuwa egirinyiro wendi n'obeera okola kiwe nawe weewangulira ku ssente zo ezayahaya ng'awangudde okusajjo naawe agamba sisa naawe oli wa ddembe odi eri mitwalo 5 ku mitwalo 2.
After this, it has ended in relative good time. It is just past 10 p.m. East African time, and maybe 30 minutes will be enough at max to have this competition done to completion. That is good usage of the time. And to achieve that, the competition had to start a lot earlier than many of the comps. By about 10:30 p.m. East African time, the first match of the day between Jackson Asiku and Herbert Mukesa was on. The competition has had a lot of top players, including those two, the likes of Dog City, David Kilama, then the computer, Modern Aguma, Ramadan Sula, Farouk Mutumba, Moses Omara, Ian Kazibe Bwanika Mansur, Kalib Muhire. And yet, it is Yahya that makes the final, just that so far. He has been a little outplayed, and yet the score of the Scorpion could grow even bigger. If only he can finish off the ongoing frame, it will be an increment of the lead. It looks tricky, the frame, most especially the two reds close to each other, close to the bottom cushion. Caesar will be having those in mind. This one, a simple roll into the corner pocket bottom right. He goes off red. The idea was to create space between the two reds, but he has played the reds consequently even closer. Maybe now with safety will do. I'm not certain he can pot a ball. He's taking the risk to try and pot. Seems to have very little sight of the red, but he does play the little sight of it that he had and gets to pot. Going for rail drive to the corner pocket at the bottom left is the Scorpion. To win the frame now or lose it now, the red seems to be going in. In it goes, even when you think that he's playing in very tight spaces, that the frame is not winnable in any kind of way. He reminds you that he's, after all, the Scorpion. That one is beast mode being unleashed unto Yahya. Caesar 6 and Yahya 2. Streaming to 1,600 combined on Facebook and YouTube at the same time when the Football World Cup is ongoing. Thank you very much, Africa, for loving the game and believing in people like myself as streamers. Is considered by myself, that one, as a vote of confidence in this service that really has, that does come from the heart. Streaming and commentating sometime all day and all night. It's the same stuff that will be happening tomorrow. There will be another 48-man comp at the venue that is called Laban's Arena. That one will be a little bit of a shoddy environment, but the class of competition will be pretty much the same. The races will be shorter, the matches will be more, and the entertainment will not be any less. Action shall be starting at about 11 p.m. East African time tomorrow morning up to around midnight, which will pretty much be Monday morning. And then on Monday, there's expectation of a money match that I should be streaming between Modern Aguma and Jackson Asiku. That will momentarily be the last action of the stream, and then focus will be turning to Lagos in Nigeria. I hope that you already know that Big Kells, one of the biggest management teams around, is powering another tour similar to what you saw in Nairobi about 3 months ago, when the best of African players descended into Kenya, inspired by Caesar, playing money matches against each other, playing a few comps in there, spending a month there. This time around, the plan is to spend 10 full days for the Big Hills player. That will be Jerry and Ian and Ginte. Those three will each be having a 2,000 to 3,000 money match against this guy, that is Caesar, in Lagos in Nigeria. But also players from 7 other countries from Southern and Eastern and Western Africa will be joining the fray. From Nigeria, of course, the hosts from Cameroon, from Ghana, from Uganda, from Malawi, from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, a little bit of Zambia, as they will be having money matches against each other, but also participation in a 64-man competition. Many, if not all of the matches, will be coming live to you from the same channel on which you are watching this action. The action that is seeing Caesar win a 7th frame out of the first 9 with no time wasted. The Scorpion has now opened up a 5-point gap. Yahya Mpindi 2 and Chandiga Caesar 7.
Caesar Yahya Zego Zipini ewatali agamba ki atega egonda yonna yennatamikwa sa ye all-time champion Uganda yonna is olunaku olwaleero avudde Kenya okujja okuzannya tournament eno. Avudde Kenya n'abeera ng'ajja wano eno ku Sure Lodge okubeera ng'akola atya azannya tournament eno. Bamuyise Caesar. Yahya yakutte eki yagenda okubeera nga akwata ekifo ekisooka oba ekyokubiri. Tunalaba ani agenda okubeera nga akwata ekifo ekisooka oba ekyokubiri.
7 frames to 2, dear viewers. And every time Yahya seems to be coming close to winning a frame, the Scorpion just plays one big shot, like the one he's just played. That combination that has opened up the frame to be won by the same exact usual suspect. The guy that has won 4 local competitions this year. The guy wants to win this ongoing match to make it 5, but 6 overall, with the inclusion of the Africa Table Open. The Scorpion wants to increase his lead by putting the last yellow on the center table to the same side pocket as the black. He got the shot very wrong. I think he miskilled a bit. He ought to have chopped the tip of his cue stick. He played as though he wanted to draw backwards. He played as though he wanted to play stop effect on the cue ball. And for once, the Scorpion blunders. And hopefully from a Yahya perspective, he does utilize. Maybe the lead of Caesar is becoming insurmountable for Yahya to pull back. But in sport, we just say it is not over until it's over. You fancy he may want to play white into black. Is it what he's doing? Yes, he does. Moving black in close proximity to the side pocket left and remaining Caesar that Yahya is as well more than capable of winning some good frames like that one that is conceded by Caesar. Yahya pulls one back after 10 frames played, 7 frames to 3. Caesar leading in a race to 9 in the final.
National Portable Tournament on America typically
The break in frame number 11 by Caesar is dry as Yahya goes for the yellows. As he crosses the table, he's now officially on the yellows. One thing on his mind: win the frame by reverse dish, win a second consecutive frame for the very first time in the match. He has fought so hard, Yahya, to get himself here, most especially winning 2 races to 9 against 2 national team players, in Ian in the quarterfinals and in Computer in the semifinals. Now, speaking of the Computer, he defeated his opponent David Kilama, the Aquatic, and the Computer has officially taken 3rd place position. Aquatic 4th. Caesar and Yahya will be number 1 and 2 in whatever the order, but highly likely the order will be Caesar 1 and Yahya 2, unless Yahya can win 6 frames before Caesar wins 2 of the remaining 7, something that will be quite unlikely, with now 5 reds on the table, which are now 4 in a very difficult pattern to take home. I'm not certain the red is looking at is passable in between yellow and the center pocket Joe for him to pass the red. He actually did, using fine margins, but using them to perfection. Tight spaces, top class pool, Ugandan style, and can't even believe this guy is winning a frame that looked so tricky. The rail drive of the red to the corner pocket at the top left, it is in, even with power. He makes it look effortless, putting the last red on the table, white naturally played into the black, just like that, and the rest is a formality. Once again, beast mode by the Scorpion. He comes within 1 frame of the victory, and of all of them 8 frames that this guy has won in the final, that one for me is the finest of them all. As a matter of scoreline, it is Chandiga Caesar 8 and Yahya Mpindi 3. Someone who wants to be a practice. You want to interact from which the video remains there. Then they also listen to the following day. The problem with TikTok. There is a chance, there is an opening for the Scorpion to win 1 frame that will win him the 5th competition locally out of 10. The guy that you're looking at for the last 5 years has been the most consistent player in his country, the most consistent player in the region, and it is even safe to say He may have been the most consistent player on the continent, at least for the last 3 years or so. Even when he plays very difficult connecting shots, he makes them look easy. Even with tight margins, he makes clearances. Even against an opponent who is supposed to be a kid who is looking up to him, he does unleash his brutality, playing to win, playing for victory, for a confidence boost ahead of the Nigeria tour. The Scorpion will be putting the black to the corner pocket at the top right. Victory for Caesar, ladies and gentlemen. What a match! What a performance! What a final! There goes the Scorpion recording his 5th win in terms of tournaments this year and 6th overall in a competition where he needed to beat 4 people to make it into number 1. The first final victim, Rashid Wagaba, whom he defeated by 9 frames to 3. The second final opponent, Ibrahim Kanja, whom he defeated by 9 frames to 3. His semi-final opponent, Kilama David, whom he defeated by 9 frames to 0. And then he faced Yahya Mpindi in the final, who went down by 9 frames to 3. Victory, dear viewers, goes the way of the Scorpion. We will be having him for an interview. You normally don't get tired after this. You normally don't get so tired after this. Today you seem so tired. You are sweating. Is it because you played a lot of pool during the day because they were races tonight or something?
No, it's just the thing is the condition inside here is too hot.
Now, today you've been very ruthless. I don't remember any player winning 4 frames against you, and yet it was race to 9. Is it that you are training hard? Is it that you are looking forward to Nigeria? What has been the reason behind that very, very good performance for the whole of the day today?
Yeah, I've been preparing myself for Nigeria, but also as well I wanted to do my best so that I've been down a bit.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to do my best.
Now, these matches have been watched by thousands, many of whom fans of yours. They want to know about your program for Nigeria. I know you have already secured visa. Just give them what you now know over the program, because I know that you're supposed to be in Lagos latest Thursday. When do you fly? Which airline? Which day?
I haven't booked my ticket to Lagos, but on the 16th or 17th, that's when I'm going to go to Nigeria.
It was a top performance, and you've been a very deserved winner today. Congratulations.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you, guys. That was it for the 16-man comp. Number 4, David Kilama. Number 3, Simon Lugola. Number 2, Yahya Mpindi. And once again, number 1 is Caesar Chandega. I wish you a very good rest of the evening, and may the Almighty God bless you.